Well, with that, let's go to the Roman guest line and bring in our friend Mark Carnevale. He covers golf for SiriusXM PGA Tour Live at ESPN Plus. You can also hear him this week on SiriusXM as course reporter for the Masters. SiriusXM coverage is on Channel 92, and coverage begins at 2 o'clock in the East each day, with live coverage starting tomorrow of the Par 3 contest. Mark, thanks for being with us, and how does the course look at Augusta?
It looks great. Obviously the one thing that I wouldn't say overly concerned about is there's supposed to be rain over the next 3 days, but it certainly has been in great shape, and it will remain in great shape. It just might be a little soggy when they start on Thursday, but right now it's great. A lot of excitement. Obviously, the biggest thing, two biggest things, fans are back. Last year they were on a limited basis. The year before that, there were no, patrons allowed. I gotta get in that mode. They don't like to use fans; they like to use the word patrons. So it'll be the first time. I mean, the grandstands are back. The viewing grandstands are back. So it's back like normal. There's a lot of buzz in the air, and obviously with Tiger being on property and the hope and the expectation that he will tee it up on Thursday has certainly created a lot of buzz that has been missing from this event the last couple of times it's been played.
Yeah, I think you're putting it lightly. Tiger Woods, a huge story going into the Masters, and the question on everybody's mind, is Tiger actually going to play? So I'm not sure if you got to watch any of his practice swings, any of his rounds. I know some people were saying that his swing speed was pretty close to what it used to be. Have you seen him down there? Have you seen him play? Do you think he's going to play?
I have yet to see him out on the golf course or on the practice area. So no, I still have my doubts. And look, I mean, having Tiger Woods at the event, playing an event is great for golf. And I would like nothing more than to see him play. And I just, again, we don't know. And if you look at through history of sports, there's probably very few athletes that could be able to return from the really serious accident that he was in and the damage that was done to his lower body and his leg. If anyone could do it, it would be him. You just look at his past. I mean, when he won the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines with basically, a broken leg. Augusta National and the Masters, it would not be like walking, for example, at the Open Championship at St. Andrews, where it's really flat. It is a challenge both mentally and physically, and you have to wonder, can his body stand up to it? He's switched. Big talk about, well, he's wearing a different type of golf shoe. He's not wearing his Nike shoes. All that is for support, I believe, of his foot and his lower body. I having covered Tiger and known him, look, I mean, he's not going to go there unless his hope and anticipation to play is there. I think he wants to. I know that he's not going to tee it up in an event just sort of as a trophy ceremony to, it's when players make their last trip around their league. I mean, that's not what he's doing. I mean, he goes there to win. So if he tees it up, he feels the only I can go by is what he's been in the past, is that he feels healthy enough to be able to give it a shot. And no one knows Augusta National better than Tiger. Is that an advantage? Absolutely it is. And maybe that's part of it. If he feels like, hey, I may not be in tip-top shape, but I know this place enough where I can get around it and think I can compete. And as I said, I just hope, he's doing it, that it doesn't cause any, additional injury to his body. I would guess he would be advised that it won't. But, I'm still not positive he'll tee it up. I think there's still some variables out there.
Mark, I think that's a fascinating point, and I was hoping you could expand on it, because I've heard this before, and I think for the casual golf fan, you think, how is a guy swinging the sticks right now? Is he good around the green? How is he playing? But knowing the course is clearly very important. How important is it, particularly in a major and particularly at a place like Augusta, to know the ins and outs and know the course in a way that Tiger does?
Well, there's so many different nuances with Augusta National. And obviously, fans and people that follow the game, if you've been there you understand. TV does not do it justice, as it doesn't do justice to a lot of sporting events and certainly other attractions, so to speak. You have to know where to hit the golf ball, particularly on different holes. They always talk about, well, you'd rather be 30 feet on this green at Augusta than 5 feet downhill. And there's a lot of truth to that, because it is about basically course management at Augusta National. It has gotten longer over the years, so length off the tee is important, but it's really about course management and the nuances of this event as well. And, they always say, hey, the Masters doesn't start till the back nine on Sunday. Well, there's a lot of truth to that, as we've seen over the years. And you go back to his win in 2019, where he played an unbelievable back nine. The others that were leading faltered, and it allowed him to go on to win. So it's the little nuances of it, the understanding of where you need to attack certain green complexes and hole locations. And no one, as I said, no one knows it better than Tiger, with so many wins there at the Masters. And again, it's a huge advantage without question.
Right. That's where I think Tiger has an advantage, because it's not just physical. Like, I know physically he's not 100%, but he at least has the mental, knowledge of the course. So let's look at the rest of the field, because I know Tiger Woods is the biggest story, but still plenty of great golfers in the field for the Masters. And looking down the list, is there somebody who their skill set, their experience, and also maybe the greens being a little softer, do you think any of these components point towards a player that is on this list not named Tiger?
Well, I look at a former winner of this event first off, and I was all last week at the Texas Open, the Valero Texas Open. I was with Jordan Spieth all week long. Now, his rounds, his numbers didn't show that he played particularly well. He finished at 5 under. It was 8 shots off the lead, but did not make a lot of putts. A lot of players struggled with the greens down in San Antonio, but I can tell you this: I have not seen Jordan hit the ball tee to green quite as well as I saw him for 4 days down in Texas. And obviously, he's won the Masters before. He's been awfully close. I certainly would look toward him. I would look also to Xander Schauffele, who competed and challenged Hideki Matsuyama a year ago until a really poor tee shot at the par 3 16th that found the water, really ruined his chances. It's a combination. Obviously, they always talk about good putters at Augusta, but it's the combination. A player that drives the ball well. Obviously, the iron play is important. Obviously, when is Justin Thomas you got to figure he's destined for a green jacket. It's just been a little inconsistent this season. But another one, Dustin Johnson, who won this event. It wasn't quite 2 years ago, but when it was held in November in 2020, I followed him quite a bit over the last month. He is playing extremely well, and of course, he has won here under different circumstances. But you win on the same golf course. That is a huge benefit. So, those 4 players I really would pay attention to. That's who I'm looking at. Possibly one of those 4 guys to win this year.
Talking with Mark Carnevale, who covers golf for SiriusXM PGA Tour Live and ESPN Plus. He was also 1992 PGA Rookie of the Year, and you can hear him on the course this week on SiriusXM Channel 92. Coverage beginning at 2 o'clock in the East each day. Mark, we know the big names. We know the guys who have won at this course before. Who is a long shot, maybe someone we haven't talked about, someone who is not on people's radar, but because of his game and because of this course suiting him, has a chance to make a run here?
This is a pretty easy one for me. It's a young man named Cameron Young who played his college golf at Wake Forest and is coming off the Korn Ferry Tour. He's a rookie, but he has moved his way up in the top 50 in the world rankings, yet to win on the PGA Tour. It would definitely be a long shot, but his golf game, at least in my mind, suits Augusta National perfectly. He's long off the tee. He's a really good iron player and a good putter. But one thing I learned, and I unfortunately only played in the Masters one time, and in the second round I was paired with Billy Casper, So that tells you how long ago it was. It was back in 1993 when I played. And he says, it takes maybe 3 to 4 times playing in this event before you really understand the Masters and Augusta National. So that's why it's always very difficult for rookies or first-timers to win there. But I would keep an eye on Cameron Young.
Covers golf for SiriusXM, PGA Tour Live, and ESPN Plus, and joins us on the Roman guest line. It is Mark Carnevale. Mark, we appreciate great insight and enjoy Augusta this week.
Will do, guys. You take care. Have a great day.